hot, Chinchy, on a Tuesday. How we doing, brother?
Fired up, man. I got a Paisan coming on, dude. And it's like, you know how SNL has like their 5-timer club? We got a
Yeah.
2-timer coming on. Not
Oh, dude.
in a good way.
This is
I'm
big
like
time,
the
big
Alec
time,
Baldwin of
two-time.
the show.
Exactly.
We are so fired up. We've been pumping it up, and he's back, baby. Our favorite and our number one show. This could be our number 2 show ever. Our number 1 show ever. The guest is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for our man, Pete Correale. What's up, Pete?
What's up, guys? I'm always, when I come on here, you're like both more famous than I'll ever be. And I mean, Richie, what do we got? 11 Emmys? Sean, I mean, where do we start with you between baseball career and then the last job? And you guys act like I'm a big deal. I should be walking in with coffee. Thank you for having me on.
So, dude, I saw one time. I told you last night. I'm locked into the national championship game with my daughter. First off, she's 18. The only reason she's watching this game is because she likes the quarterback. Was it McCarthy? She's like, he's cute, Dad. I'm like, we're finally getting a chance to watch football. You're 18 years old, and the only reason you're watching it because the quarterback's cute. I'm like, let's saddle up. I'll stay up all night with you, you know?
Listen, I don't want to put you on the spot, but as a dad of a daughter, isn't that really the only reason you want your daughter to be at the football? Right? I mean, what do you do if your daughter turns around and goes, I like the dads that got to have the daughter go, how come I can't play football, Dad? And then the dad's like, oh, shit, now I got to call the superintendent. We're going to be on Fox News. We're going to be a whole thing, right? Anyway, did you guys did you watch it too, Richie?
I watched the game. Yeah, it's kind of boring to me a little bit. But, dude, my old boss is Tony Petitti, the guy that's suspended. He's a Big Ten commissioner now. He's the guy that suspended Harbaugh from Michigan.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, that was and Casey's old boss.
My boss too. He hired me at MLB Network. Tony Petitti just dropping hammers on people.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I don't follow college football that much, and I put the game on last night. My wife's like, What are you putting on? And I'm like, football. She goes, sure. And I fell. And why are you doing it on Monday? I thought it was not until the playoffs. Said, no, it's college. And she goes, why do you care? I never heard you talk about college football. And I'm like, because the one coach, I'm rooting for the coach. She goes, it's a little weird. And I was. I'm literally, I don't know any of the players. I don't have any affiliation with Michigan. I'm rooting for Harbaugh. Nobody wants to win as bad as this guy ever. It eats at him.
Him and his brother. There's like, well, their dad was a coach, and they have that line that says, you know, they said when his dad, when they were growing up, you know, they'd be in like the snow, their car wouldn't start, and they'd be pushing it out front. His dad would stop and say, who has it better than us, men? And his kids would say, nobody.
Oh, that's right.
And that's their mantra, dude. If you go to the Michigan Wolverines now, who has it better than us? And the whole team goes, nobody.
My. Well, I'm a little older than you guys. Did you ever see the movie The Great Santini?
Yeah.
When they're going down the stairs and the father's hitting the kid in the back of the head with the basketball?
Yeah.
That's the Harbaugh family right there, man.
Absolutely.
You wake up and you tackle somebody in the house before breakfast. Right?
Yeah.
And if you're a woman in that family, you wake up, you make food for the athletes, and then you get out of the way.
That's how it was back.
Oh my God. Where's my steak and potatoes, honey? Where's my steak and potatoes? The boys got to get to football.
Right. I mean, is there a thing like if I was a star football player, same thing with college hoops, there's something to be said for not joining a program because the head coach he's a little too into it. Like it's a little too much, right? You know? Like I could see Patino at 5:30 in the morning going, you want ready to run steps? I'm like, at 5:30 in the morning, guy, relax. Although my team is Richie, we're back. I know you're
we're back, dude.
Too. We're back.
And else just buy the entire college basketball program. I don't care. Buy everybody.
I don't care. And listen, last thing I want to say about that is this guy Brady Dunlap. I don't know how much Shawnee you follow college hoops yet. He's a guy on the St. John's freshman, 6'7" shooter, and they're making him. I think this is a great example of Patino saying, look at what I could do with this guy who was about to go to Hofstra.
Right.
And now I'm gonna have him in the lottery in 2 years. He's
Unbelievable.
gonna get every kid now, man.
Dude, how now it's not shady though. If you saw that St. John's is back on the map, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
what mafia member has joined in to pay these guys off to come? Now that the NIL money and all this stuff, they're like, hey, St. John's is back. You know what I mean? They're just paying the players.
That's it. That's it, man. I know, 100%. But Tino's a magician, though. I guess he just knows how to get you to the NBA. That's all these guys want.
That's all they care.
Hey, how to develop you. That's it, man. That's it.
Shawnee, I gotta ask you some questions, man.
Oh, Petey, bring it, baby. Bring it.
I mean, it's from what I understand too. It seems like you chose to like not pursue going back to being the batting coach, right? It's a lot of travel and stuff, probably with the family.
Yeah, I think you know what, my daughters are 13, 18. You know what I mean? Like it's hey, I think the one thing, Pete, that you forget about is the grind is real, bro. Every night. And as a coach, they're like, hey, you ready? I'm like, yeah. Well, what time do I have to be there tomorrow? Like noon. I'm like, what time's the game? 7?
What am I, mowing the infield?
What am I, the grounds crew?
Landscaper not show up?
Yeah. What am I, cooking the meals? What am I making am I making the steak and the mashed potatoes and the sweet potato? What am I doing at noon?
Yeah, you're like, and by the way, and this is no disrespect to you, it's an incredible job, and I was so I can't believe it. The only one more excited than me, obviously, is your co-host there, and that's a true friend because Richie was just over the moon for you.
Yeah, he was
so
excited,
man. But I mean, how do you? Let alone Aaron Judge, anybody who's made it to the major leagues of baseball, they know how to hit, right? Like when you go up to him, it's got to be such a delicate dance. It's like trying to give an acting tip to Meryl Streep, right? Shit.
Dude, it is. Well, I remember, Pete, I think one of the first things I had to do was like, okay, let me put myself back into playing days, like, and think about the hitting coaches. And I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't like hitting coaches talking to me about hitting. I was like,
I'm sure.
I was
Especially
like,
when you're on a hot streak back in 335 in the beginning of June, and now this guy's coming up. I see a hitch. Guy, take your hitch and get the fuck out of here. Right? When I'm below the Mendoza line, you can have a conversation with me.
Exactly.
Don't approach me unless I'm below the Mendoza line.
It's the truth.
They call it. Richie, correct me. Am I right?
Oh.
You're 100% right. I all the time. I'm like, how do you walk up to Judge and tell him, hey, get your elbow in a little bit?
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I honestly, I literally, I tried to like put myself there. And you know what? As a big league hitting coach, you're not talking to the Judges and LeMahieu's and the Rizzos and the Stantons too much. Yeah. You know, because they have their routines. They know why they're there. I mean, Judgy comes down every day early, bro, and he has a routine, man. He sets the tee up, boom, 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 puts it in, puts it out, boom. There you go. Now he wants some flips. Now he wants some. Hey, this is a great. I've never told this story before. Yeah. And so the first day, dude, I'm on the job. This is the first time I'm telling this story. Incredible. First day I'm on the job, bro. I show up to Yankee Stadium on a Thursday. We're flying to Colorado that day. So, like, I take the job on Monday. I call Booney. I'm like, dude, when do you need me? He's like, Thursday in Colorado. I'm like, sweet Jesus. All right. So I gotta have a family meeting. I'm like, hey, girls, listen, I know Dad's, Dad's not gonna be here. I'm going to Colorado as the hitting coach of the Yankees. I was, whoa. So anyway, he's like, hey, meet us in New York. You get on the team flight and we'll fly out together. So I'm like, all right, Booney's like one of my best friends. I'm like, all right, it would feel good to fly with the team to Colorado instead of just showing up on Friday. So I get in there to Yankee Stadium, dude. I'm meeting the clubby, I'm meeting the guys, I'm meeting everybody. I'm just drinking out of a fire hose of humans. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. You're the analytics guy. So I go down to the so Aaron Judgy walks in. Well, I've never met Judgy, so he comes up and, hey, coach, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Judgy? Great to meet you. And then DJ LeMahieu comes in. He's like, hey, I'm like, what's up, DJ? So they're flying on the team flight. Now, a lot of guys are meeting them in Colorado because it's the All-Star break, right? So, dude, I'm like, I'm the hitting coach, and Judge and LeMahieu are now in the cages. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I start locking up a little bit, dude. So Judge, Judge, he's like, so I'm like, Judge, you need some flips? He's like, yeah, so we do the front flips. You got the L screen there, your front flip. So, bro, all of a sudden the nerves hit me. Like, I'm the hitting coach for the Yankees. I'm with Aaron Judge. My first player ever. I run into Judgy before we get on the flight. He wants to take a couple hacks because he's still hurt. Right, he's coming back from an injury. Yeah. So, bro, yeah. I've never been so nervous pulling my arm back and flipping it to another human being. I've thrown a million. I've thrown a million flips to my son. 8.5 million flips. Here I am with Judge. I'm actually like, all right, you ready? And I'm like, I'm not ready. And my mind's like, I'm not ready. So, dude, I flip him one. He's like, hey, can you give me a couple middle in? I'm like, oh, dear God. All right, here we go. So, dude, I come back. I go to flip it. I hit him in the leg with a flip. I've had 8.5 million flips to my sons and their friends. Never hit anyone in the leg. Second flip to Aaron Judge. Bam, I drill him right in the leg.
Oh, my God. You think he knows you must be a little nervous, man?
I mean, I hope so. And then he was like, dude, so then I get the flips now. I start locking in. So he's like, he goes, hey, can you give me a couple, can you give me a couple BP like anybody does, And I go, bro, I know I must seem like crazy right now. I know I hit you in the leg with a flip. I want to tell you, this is how the conversation went with Aaron Boone and I. Case, can you come be the hitting coach of the Yankees? Bro, I can do it. But I'll tell you one thing. If I have to throw BP to anybody, I'm not doing it. So he's like, deal. First guy, first day, Aaron Judge, hey, get a couple BP. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, listen, I know you don't know me. I don't know you, but I can't throw BP. Like, I just hit you with a flip in the leg. If I throw BP, you could be back on the DL, and I'm going to be fired first day of the job.
That's right out of a movie. Opening day, the new batting coach just knocks the star out in the head. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, dude. And it brought me back, dude. There was a guy named, never forget, it was a lefty named Maloney with the Reds. They used to bring him in. I think his name was Bill Maloney. They bring him in for BP during spring training. So, like, first day, bro, you're facing, like, some of the starters, and you're and the first day of spring training, when you're in there, you're like, the first pitch looks like 108, and you think to yourself, how am I going to hit this? Did I lose it? Am I a big league player? Like, I can't hit this. It's incredible. So then when you get into normal BP, you're like, okay, this is better. Well, so Bill Maloney steps in, lefty comes up, like third day, he drills me right in the elbow. I'm like, I go down. Like, I'm the number 3 hitter on the Reds, right prime in my career. He drills me in the elbow. Like, I had to miss a couple days. Like, and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, Bill, you're not going to lose your job. All I could think of was Bill Maloney when I was thinking about throwing BP to Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Oh my God. He must have been like, bro, shake it off. Shake it off. I'm going to get fired. Come on. Ice that shit up for me.
Dude, it was. I was like, Bill, you're okay. I had to go to the front office and say, hey, Maloney's fine. He lost it on a 2-seamer real nice up and in. It got me.
This is great. Hey, by the way, go ahead. I'm sorry, Pete. Go.
No, go ahead, Rich, right?
No, well, I was going to say is I'm like, this is like, well, we're on a Pete and Sebastian show right now. When Casey goes on a Pete and Sebastian show, he's just got to ask Pete and Sebastian questions and we'll even it up.
Yeah, right.
Oh, great.
No, it's all the same, baby.
It's
I'm
all
already.
the same.
It's not only is it the same in the cast world, but like with the baseball, it's so funny how you say you take the summer off, you come back, and the ball seems like it's coming in at 108. Like I try not to do as much stand up in the summer when my kids off, and I load up in the winter. But when I first start to come back and like I'll go just to a comedy club to work out some new bits I've been thinking of, I'll like lay in my hotel bed like early before the show. JJ Watt told me that. He's like, he calls it a game day nap. He goes, Peter, you don't just take a nap. You got to take a game day nap. That's shade closed down to the under. I go, oh God, like I'm going to bed. He's like, it's a game nap. So every day before a show, I take a game nap, right? So where I go deep. And but like sometimes I'll lay there when I'm first coming back to do stand-up, like I said, And I'm like, wait a second. So you're telling me these people, like, they work, then they're gonna take their money, they're gonna get a babysitter, they're just gonna sit in this chair and I'm gonna make them laugh? That's insane. But they don't even know me. How does that even and like it just doesn't. And then you get back in the groove and you're like, oh, okay, I got this. They're gonna meet me halfway, they wanna laugh. And the other thing you're saying about going up to judge, I don't think I told you this as in the last show, but I know I told you, like, I used to write on a couple of Kevin James sitcoms.
Yes.
And I never met him or anything. I was always a fan, but I got a call out of nowhere from him saying he's a fan of my stand-up. And he goes, I got a lot of writers on this new show, but I could use a comic in the room. And that's when I came and I wrote on his first sitcom. And I never written on a sitcom or anything, right? So then I picked up, like, on the tape nights, I'd pick a few jokes that I figured weren't going to do well. So I wasn't the guy picking, like, what jokes made the script and didn't, but I'm like, that's going to bomb. And then he's gonna ask for an alt. So the night before that show, I'd just grab a 6-pack. I'd be in my apartment because I wasn't at home, and I'd pick like 5 jokes I knew would bomb, and I'd all night long just zone in on them. So when it would bomb, he'd go, hey, any guy thing? I'd go over. I go, how about this? He thinks I just came up with it. Meanwhile, I like sipped 3 beers for 2 hours just zoning in on that one joke. And these jokes would crush. So then they gave me a point where I was allowed to go up anytime I wanted during a live show if I had something new to give Kevin. So one time, like 4 weeks in, we had Ray Romano guesting on the show. And in the last scene, they're both sitting at this desk and they have a scene together. And I came up with a funny thing, like a tag. And I go up to the director and I tell him, and he goes, walk that in. That's really funny. That means bring it in.
Right.
So I start walking towards Kevin James and Ray Romano, and I can see them both looking at me like, is this fucking guy seriously walking into 2 television legends a joke right now? Okay. Like, Romano's looking at me like, I don't even know your name yet. And I walk up, I'm like, hey, guys. Like, I ran into him at a coffee shop. There's a live taping going on. Hey, guys, I got the script. What if he said this and then you said that? And then there's a pause. I'm like, I'm either getting fired or, they're going to love, and they loved it. It worked great. But, like, I got back to the apartment that night, and probably like you did after you tossing the balls to judge, I'm like, what the hell was I just doing? That's insane. And but you feel like you deserve to be there. But then when you're there, you're like, what the hell am I doing?
So you're like, yeah, I'll be the Yankees hitting coach. Then you go in there, you're like, you're flipping Aaron Judge. Like, all right, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. Hey, I mean, Pete, you talk about like jokes that might land, might not land. And I don't know if you saw Joe Coy recently do the Golden Globes, and I think he might have had a couple jokes that didn't land that well. So I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
When you have a joke that doesn't land that well, like, do you just get like, what happens to your body? Is it like ultimate hot flash, and you're just like, oh, I just got to keep going? Like, what are the feelings when
It's funny, I did see some of what he did, and I was talking to my wife about it. I really had an opinion about it because I personally think what a comic's true personality, who they really are, tends to come out when they're bombing, because any kind of coolness, they lose it, and then they, so like because I know me. If that was me, and this probably would have got a laugh. If I would have did a joke up there, first of all, I don't think I'd ever did that gig. They're crazy to do. But if I did do it and I'm bombing, I would say out loud, I knew I shouldn't have did this. I knew it. And then I'd go out loud. I go, I'm bombing in front of Taylor Swift. Bombing. And then I look at Taylor Swift and go, I knew I should have got the selfie before I came up here. Damn it. Right? Awesome. And they love that because you're honest. Yeah, he's going, I only had 10 minutes. Only 10 days. I had 10 days to put this together. Bro, it would have took me 10 seconds to know telling De Niro did he impregnate his wife with CGI is going to die. All right? You needed 10 days. If you had 11 days, would you have realized that joke was going to bomb? De Niro's the most angry man alive. If I was there, I'd just be going, oh, thank God I'm doing this show before Trump got reelected, because De Niro would have steam coming out of his head right now.
Oh my God.
Niro, doesn't Robert De Niro come across about as fun as getting the flu? I mean,
Yeah, that's crazy.
talk about tainting your career. It's like it would be like Picasso just pissing on every painting he ever made. When Sebastian did that movie with
Yeah.
De Niro,
Yeah.
I'd be like, and it kept getting delayed. I'm like, bro, you better hope this thing comes out before Trump's reelected, because this guy's gonna go off the hinges when that happens.
So
Oh my God.
And you, by
So
the way,
good.
do you think, off the record, do you think that's an accident when these, like, Pacino did it, my hero Billy Joel did it? When they get these people pregnant in their like 70s and 80s, is that an accident, or was that like, I don't know. I guess you say, yeah, she's gonna grow up without a father. Okay, but with $100 million. So that's,
Yeah.
you can work around the
they
dad
don't
thing
know.
with that kind of-
I feel like they're physically like, there's no shot I can pull that. There's no shot it's gonna happen with me. And then I don't know. They're all on HGH for like 60 years anyway, doing the movies. So they probably have a little extra oomph inside them. Right?
No, that is so true. Like, you're 80 years old and you're having a kid, and what are we doing? What are we doing? That's what I say. What are we doing? What are we doing? Who thinks that's a good idea?
You're
Is that
you're
your
old enough to go to your funeral because you don't bring little kids to those things.
his ego just hasn't died yet. He's like, I still got it.
Yeah, I think that's, and Richie, you were saying this, that they got a little extra oomph. I'm not trying to get political, but I'm just talking about it as a physical man. I have a podcast question to ask Sebastian next time we do the cast. I want to say, do you think Biden would still be alive at this point if he wasn't president? Like, do you think they got special medical stuff that's so expensive we only give it to like one Saudi prince and Biden? Nobody else can afford this shit, right? Like, because I feel like, man, this guy is like, I don't know, he's past the average age of a lifespan of a man.
Yeah. Why are our presidents though too? Like, why are we getting guys 75? This guy's going 78. Like, we can't find like a 50-year-old politician that's like locked in. He cold plunges, does push-ups every day, like works out. Like, he's ready to go. Like, what do you do? What do we got these guys that are guys saying a speech, he's walking off and just yard sailing. Just, every time he's talking, what are we doing?
Well, isn't that like the slick Democrat Newsom and the slick guy from Florida? I'm sorry, DeSantis.
Yeah.
It's like these are two stud quarterbacks on the bench going, holy shit! What are we doing us? Right? I mean, I'm a Jet fan. I am so not excited about this Aaron Rodgers situation.
Really? Why? Wait, why? You don't like it, Aaron?
Bro, it's like having De Niro as your father. Even if it's only going to last a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It's so different.
Yeah.
I got to get attached to Aaron Rodgers. How long is that going to last? He's 40 years old, coming off a leg thing, the ligament.
Achilles. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't know.
But you guys are so, honestly, you watch the Jets, you're like, okay, they actually are a quarterback away. There were some games this year, you're like, okay, maybe they're not more than a quarterback away. But you think, like, if somebody could freaking drive that bus, they would be in the playoffs.
To say your team is a quarterback away, though, Shawnee, come on. That's like saying we're a car away from going to Florida on vacation. Yeah, well, that's a big thing. That's an important thing. So, and by the way, we got a big one. Like, you're obviously a Steelers fan, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you Browns?
No. What? Steelers, dude. The Browns like a curse word around here.
Oh, all right. So now I'm torn because I grew up on Long Island, a Jet fan. Richie, you Jets or are you Giants?
I'm Giants, but I do a show with Wayne Corbett and Lavernius Cole, so I'm 50-50 at this point.
Wayne Corbett would make the all-time Jet team.
Greatest. Anyway.
But I live up here an hour outside of Buffalo. And I see him every week. There are times I've seen what's his face? Like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Josh Allen?
Allen?
Josh Allen for talking Jets. I saw Josh Allen play this game better than I've ever seen anybody
Sick.
play the game. I mean,
He's
this
unbelievable.
guy. So I love this guy. I mean, I love this guy, and I'm like, so you guys got him this week, man, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is it.
the big one.
Well, dude, and we got Mason Rudolph, baby, back out from the talk about from the scrap heap. He was the guy looking out, going, "When's it going to be my turn?" Now he's ready to take us to the promised land. Although TJ Watt, the Watts are your. I see TJ Watt, JJ Watt. They like your stuff all the time, so I know they're fans of yours. TJ Watt hurt his knee. We got to have him back.
I know. That's tough. That's tough.
Have you ever met those guys, Pete? Have you ever met those guys?
Well, yes, they came to a show once, but even more than that, JJ is who I know. I mean, TJ I met once because JJ brought him to a show. But when I was playing once in Wisconsin, JJ's like, stay at the house. Right. And I'm like, he was not even married yet. He was already with his wife. They were living together, but they weren't married yet. And I was like, he was like an hour from the club. So I'm like, it's kind of far. I appreciate it. And he goes, well, you got to stop out, say hi, right? So I go, all right. I got my little rental car, and this is his home out in the rural Wisconsin, his like off the grid house.
Does he live on like a farm?
Well, it was winter, not a farm, but a big piece of property, a lot of land, of course.
Yeah.
And, you pull up, and there's what? He's standing. The guy, he's just like you, Shawnee, in that sense with the professional athlete, like beloved by everyone that's ever played with him, that knowing him, just like you know how they feel about you. Same thing. You guys are just such menches, man. So he's already out on his front porch. I mean, Sebastian's like a brother. He's never out on the front porch when I play. I gotta call the gate, then I have to wait for the gate to open. This guy's already out there with a coffee waiting for him. Goes me around the property. Then we get on his ATV, a bigger one with a canopy, with our coffees, and we drive the property. And he's showing me stuff. He's showing me his lake. It's like a giant pond. He's like, bro, I had it drained, and I had the whole bottom lined with rubber. It's not even dirt. The ground is rubber. And in the winter, I don't know if you ever seen videos, him and his crazy friends, they cut holes in the ice and then they lay in it like Joe Rogan style,
Oh yeah, yes.
He's got the weights in. So and then what was really cool is we sat and had to finish our coffee, and he was telling me a little bit about all the different quarterbacks, like inside stuff.
Oh, give us something that you remember.
Well, he was saying, it was really cool. He was saying that Peyton is more like a real, the old school kind than anyone else. He goes, you'll hit Peyton, and as you're getting up, he'll yell at you like, Jesus Christ, what? Are you trying to kill me out here? like complimentary and fun about it, and he goes, but I have to say, he goes, there's been times, Petey, where I tackle Aaron Rodgers and he would throw that thing, and I'm like, no way. And I turn around and I'm like, I don't even know how the hell he did that. I just don't really.
Yeah.
Really cool, man. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Dude, I picture JJ Watt having the place that he has, and I picture Rocky in Russia. Like he's still like you go out there. There's JJ Watt just unloading on the wood. Like, all right, honey, I'll be in 20 minutes. I gotta finish off chopping this wood, and then he's just running up the snow, and he's falling with his boots. He's going down. There's a car chasing him. You know what I mean? He's running up the mountain. Like that's what I think of JJ Watt out there in Wisconsin on his farm, just. Not Drago, like Rocky.
That's it. You're right. Like literally, you could go driving around in your car and just find 4 or 5 blue collar guys working on the highway in their 20s and go, want to be in the NFL? Come with me. You're going to go to Watt's house for the winter. By the time the summer comes around, you're going to be playing for Belichick. Serious. The guy, guys go out to work out with him, man.
Do they?
He's become, it's like, even
Godfather.
Yeah.
Dude, the way that TJ, you could see so much of JJ and TJ, the way he uses his hands. They're always doing, you go back and watch JJ Watt. Early on, he's do a documentary on him on CBS Sports, and he's doing this it looks like he's doing karate, but he's working on these hand movements. You watch TJ come off the ball, and he's just, he's like He's sanding, waxing on, waxing off, painting the fence, sanding the floor, and getting by the swim moving everybody, you know. But that's all J.J. Watt.
Yep, you're right. You're right. That's and like to watch these guys every single play. Go after the quarterback. It's like if I was a wide receiver and I'm lining up and I know it's a running play, I think I'd look at the quarterback and go, guys, that's nothing to do with us.
No.
Like, let's just fake it. What's my motivation, Richie? Oh, fake it.
Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Well, that was one thing they had here in Pittsburgh. Everywhere in the world, it might be okay, but in Pittsburgh, you got to be like Hines Ward. Like, you got to want to rip somebody's head off if you're the receiver. Yeah. So the other day they had, what was it? Warren was coming in and like he's 2 yards away, and Pickens, the receiver's just watching the play, and you'd have thought someone died here in Pittsburgh. It was all over the radio. Can you believe Pickens wasn't blocking? Can you believe? And I'm like, you should see if Correale was a receiver. You kidding me? We freaking got they run this guy out of town tomorrow because he'd be like, "Hey, what's going on? Listen, I'm good. I'm not engaging with anybody."
There's no reason. This one has nothing to do with me, right?
Right.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the truth. Petey, really quick. I some of the stuff on your Instagram, like one of the greatest videos, dude, was when you're like, all right, Jackie, let's flip a coin, let's find out who's going to turn the tree off tonight. And tell us about your Christmas tree and that awesomeness.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, yeah, because we got a new tree. We did a live one this year, which, man, I crunched the numbers. I was telling my wife, like, we went to the place to pick it out and cut it. And that took a total of 2 hours because we also took a photo in front of it when we were cutting it for our funny Christmas card. Then you bring it home, and we're not ready to set it up, so I got to get a bucket and sit it out on the porch. And then a couple days later, it's the weekend again. We're gonna now put it up, but the bucket iced, so I got to chisel the ice off the bucket to get the tree out. And then you put it in, and it won't stay in. So now one of us had to stay there and hold the tree up, while the other one went to Home Depot to get some wire. Come back, like it's so crazy. When you really break it down, we're like idiots as human beings, right? Hours and hours to put a tree up. So anyway. And she sets it up, and she puts the lights in the back. So every time you want to get to the lights, you got to get down on your belly and do an army crawl underneath the tree to turn them on and off. And the needles are hard as shit. This ain't no Douglas fir. So you can get in there and turn the tree off, but it's hard to do an army crawl back out. So we take turns. Whoever goes in, the other one grabs your ankles when you're done and slides you out. So right? So it works, baby. It's like being one of these Chevy Chase movies.
I swear, we put our lights on, and we only have our house was built in like the 50s, so the outlets are in the stupidest places in the house. Dude, I would try to turn the lights off, and we have lights in all different rooms. After like the second day of our lights going on, I'm like, they're on. I never unplugged a thing. My electric, I'm not kidding. For a month and a half, I'm like, I'm not going under. I'm not pulling the couch out, and I'm not going halfway in between two couches to unplug anything. We left our lights on. I'm terrified of my electric bill. I'm not kidding. It's a true story.
Well, we'll see if the Christmas lights affect it. Now, you must have had a fake tree then, right? Because you're not worried about a fire.
Absolutely fake tree. Yeah.
I got down the basement. It would have been up in 2 seconds. And then we got to water the thing. And with my back, you got to contour to get under there. So I go to the store, back to Home Depot, and I buy. Remember that, like in college, they had the beer funnels. We'd make our funnels.
Oh yeah.
So I buy that tubing from a beer funnel, and I buy the funnel. And by the way, I get in the kitchen. I show my daughter. I go, "You take these, you fill it with beer, and it goes down." And my wife goes, "Why would you tell her?" I go, "What the fuck? You don't think you're not gonna find out about that shit?" Right? I'm not. So
I'd tell her.
I put on these heavy leather gloves so the pricklies won't bother me, and I stick it way in the tree and run the thing down. So all you have to do is stick the funnel in, and when you want to feed the water to the tree, it just goes down, right? So then I'm on the cast with Sebastian, And I checked this shit out. I put the funnel in the da-da-da. And he goes, oh, God, every tree I buy comes with that.
Oh.
And I go, what? I thought I was going to be on Shark Tank in about 2 weeks. And he's telling me that these things have been around since like 1932, and every tree he buys comes with a funnel.
Jackie must have been like, you are the smartest man I've ever met to do this.
I'm so cheap too. I take the tree down, and Jackie, my wife, tells me I go put it out on the street, and the truck will come get it. And I do that, and it does come. And then like I'm laying in bed 2 days later, and I'm like, oh shit. And Jackie goes, what? And I go, I never took the funnel out of the tree. They got my tube. Now I got to buy a next tube next year, Richie. Hey, I got to ask you guys a sports question.
Oh, my God.
One of you being an Emmy-winning sports producer and the other one being a Hall of Fame. I see some of them that I see how you get them, Shawnee. First, you get what? Virginia, the state of Virginia Hall of Fame, the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. You're like, you could have all of those back for the Cooper one, right?
Dude, take them all. Give me Cooperstown, baby.
I mean, seriously, dude, your accomplishments in baseball are just incredible. But I have to ask you, as a professional athlete, man, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs and he's dating Taylor Swift, all right, God bless her, she's a national treasure, but like, this has got to be messing with the team mojo, right? It's got to be. It's ridiculous. Now the wife, Mahomes' wife, is arm in arm. You know, and I'm like, look at how happy she is. Taylor Swift, by the way, is a new Michael Jackson. She's like Peter Pan.
Dude,
she's
that's
a little girl.
Well, right? Dude, I also went and saw when Joe Coy did that joke. And all I could think of, oh my God, the Swifties are coming for you. They don't know who you are, but they know who you are now, and they're coming like the Death Star. You know what I mean? Like they're coming in, and you're going. You could
and even the way she got mad about it on the show, it's like she's in a cafeteria, a high school cafeteria, and they're all whispering to her. What did he say? He didn't say him. You know, and it's like crazy, man. You know,
it's crazy. Dude,
Travis is holding a hand. I'm like, oh, you're in love? You're in love. That fast. Okay. You don't even know what he's doing. He looks like a deer in the headlights, right? Just looking around like, holy shit, I'm so famous.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
For another month, guy. You know,
that's a good question, Case. Like,
and you have to be careful too, because it's a lot of times she's going to write a song about you at some point. So you mean, you get nervous. My kids don't. My daughters have no idea that Jake Gyllenhaal is a really good actor, but they do know that he's part of one of the songs. Like, it's me. Hey, no, is that a song? It's me.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bad Blood.
I listen.
Dude, hey, Petey, I went to the concert, dude, about right before I took the Yankee job. 2 weeks earlier, I'm in a box with my daughter. It cost me college tuition to be there. It was probably like $20,000 to get. Next thing you know, I'm just like, and Taylor Swift goes to 3 hours. It was actually legit. But these people, these Swifties are bananas, dude.
I know.
They're all docked out. They're even the women. I'm in a box with like grown women that are 45. They're dressed up like Swifties. Like, what are we doing? She's 15 years younger than you, ma'am. What's going on here?
My daughter went with my wife. My daughter's handing out the bracelets.
Yeah.
Bracelets, the whole thing, man. But yeah, like, when Travis Kelce gets up to go to the bathroom, Taylor Swift is laying in bed going, what rhymes with football? What rhymes with she's already writing a breakup song. Oh, guys, I gotta save some of this for my kid. Making my best meal on someone else's cooking show. Thank you.
That is
we bring out the best in you here, Pete. We bring out the best in you here.
I love you guys. I fucking love you, man,
hey, going back really quick to the Yankees, what'd you think when Juan Soto came?
Yeah, obviously awesome, but man, it is so out of control with, who's got the money. If I was a pro player, so I'd say you got to take it. Of course you do, but it's just like, if you're a small market, man, it just has got a way out.
Look at this, Chinch. Look at this. You and Pete now going to you've been the evil empire all these years. All the free agents are going to New York and stuff. And now all of a sudden you and Pete, Chinch talks the same way. Well, the Dodgers are now the evil empire and they can afford everybody. I'm like, look at you guys. Look at you guys. Like, Yankee fans in the corner. I can't believe the small markets and who's getting the guys. Oh, it's incredible.
No, but I don't mean it that way. I mean like the stick aroundness. You know what I mean? Like growing up, guys were playing. Your first baseman was your first baseman for 5-6 years, baby.
Right, Mattingly. Mattingly's there for 10 years, 12 years.
And Tino stepped in and Tino was there for a long time. And when I was younger, it's like Willie Randolph played second base my entire childhood.
I really believe, I'm hoping with like Soto coming in, Judge allows Stanton to like just come in and be in the background, and that he can hopefully have a good year because he is the greatest guy.
Listen, I say that out of frustration because I've seen that guy where
I know.
I think at his best, no disrespect to the greatness of my hero Judge these days, but I think Stanton at his best can even play at a higher level at the plate. And can you imagine all three of those guys popping at the best they can just for a half a season?
2 months. 2 months. If they're all popping at the same time, 2 months, watch out.
There'll be barbecues outside the stadium just catching baseballs. Like, remember when they were on the kayaks when Barry Bonds was on the board? Oh, that was awesome.
That was so awesome. We talked about that the other day. Nobody's
ever hit one in the water since, right? And they're out there
Sean was saying
for your game.
Sean was saying, he's like, how far that is, because Sean's been to that stadium, obviously. That dude was hitting him every night.
Dude, that's what's incredible is that Bonds was in a park that is not lefty friendly. That wall, dude, I remember, how about this stat? This is a stat I don't love, but 130 home runs in the big leagues, 0 grand slams. And I remember I'm in San Fran. I hit really well there, and I'm facing Livan Hernandez. He gives me like a bases loaded, 2 outs. I'm like, let's get it. This is my first granny coming. So he throws me like a 1-1 changeup, bro. And I freaking cover this ball. It's on a missile to right. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, there it is. First grand slam. It's going into the bay. Well, it can't get up. It's like taking off. And I'm like, get up. It's like, I'm in the Navy off the aircraft carrier. Like, get up, get up. Things trying to get up. Pete, I'm running to first. I'm like, get up. And I'm yelling at the ball. Get up. Bro, it hits the top of the brick at like 38 feet. Bang! Ricochets back to the infield, and I get a single. So not only did I not get my first grand slam, what?
That you had to beat out, right?
I almost got thrown out. It can't ricochet. The second baseman made a play on it. I had to freaking dive into first. It was incredible. Oh my god.
That's got to be though. Because I did know you hit 130. I saw that stat last time we were talking. I was looking in my hotel room. I got to looking at both of you guys. That's why I saw Richie with all the Emmys too. But I have to say, it's got to be the greatest feeling in the world doing a home run trot in sports. It's got to be great.
It is incredible. It is so incredible. I'll tell you what, one of the greatest home runs I ever hit. Talking about taking to another level. So a home run's incredible. Like, you're rounding the pillows and you're just like, I just hit a home run in the big leagues. It's like I'm in the backyard playing wiffle ball when I'm saying, Sean Casey just homered in the big leagues, and I'm 12 and no one's around. I'm like, I'm playing wiffle ball in my backyard.
Yeah.
Game 4, Pete, in St. Louis, brother. I get a ball, I think it was a 1-1 or 0-1 pitch from Jeff Suppan down and in. It's like just nitro zone. bam, I dropped the bat head, dude. And I'm like, I'm going to first. And I literally in my mind going, oh my God, it's going out. I just homered it. I literally just homered it in the World Series. I was rounding the bases, dude. I like felt, I don't even remember. I felt like Deion Sanders for the first time in my life. I was so like, I felt like I was on a cloud running the bases, but that was like, it was another level home run. Like there's the home run in the big leagues, but then when you do it in the World Series, bro, it's like, you'll never be able to replicate in your life ever again. There it is.
Oh my God. I mean, against the greatest in the world, and that's what you're doing. Now,
by the way, look how much better shape Sean Casey's in the best shape of his life. When you look at this guy, who's that guy?
Yeah, man.
Looks like I ate myself right there.
That was like 10 years ago. You did that video.
Really? That's the same thing with Watt. He's already slimmed down like crazy, man.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you guys go get rid of the bulk and go more. Now, my question though, when you do that and you're running those bases, are you aware of your speed? Like, what is, as a professional baseball player, what is considered a courteous miles per hour jog after a home run?
Well, nowadays you got to get an unbelievable bat flip in, a pirouette. You got to spin around and then go, and then you just trot. You know what I mean, dude? I was scarred by. I was a San Francisco Giant fan growing up because of Will Clark. I loved Will Clark, so I loved like the Giants. I remember Matt Williams used to hit home runs. I don't know if you remember, but Matt Williams homer, dude, he'd be in a full sprint around the base. And I remember an interview one time. He's like, "You got to act like you've done it before." So I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." So like, dude, I look back. I'm like, I wish I would have enjoyed the home run trot a little more. I always had Matt Williams on my shoulders, like, "You better run, kid." And when I first came up to the big leagues, this is incredible. First come up to the big leagues, they just called me up, bam, into Chicago. I walk in the clubhouse. I look around. There's Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez, all these guys. First guy to come up and shake my hand, Matt Williams. I'm like, oh, I swear to God. So I shake his hand. I'm just like, big fan of yours. Like he's like, all right, take it easy. I'm like, I'll never jog on a home run trot, Matt. I know what it's all about. So like, it's so funny, dude.
Please, tell him the Bagwell story, though. Tell him the Bagwell story.
Oh, dude, here, Pete. Here's you'll like this story. My college buddies come in every year for a trip, right? So they, and we're a bunch of degenerates at the time, probably have a couple too many beers and, but that's the whole thing. They're coming for a weekend, but I'm like, I got to play. I'm like, you guys are like total morons. Like you still think you're in Sig Ep in college. I got to actually play. So anyway, we're in Houston and we would always have the MVP of the trip and the LVP of the trip, the least valuable player. And so these guys like, Case, you haven't come out one night to hang out. Like, you're going to be the LVP of this trip. And I was like, you know what, boys? If I go deep today against Jose Lima, I'm the MVP. They're like, deal. So, bro, I come up in like the fourth inning. Here comes Lima, boom. Rest in peace, Jose. He comes up, boom, fourth inning, gives me freaking 2-2 changeup. Freaking, I'm like, wham! I mean, I cover this thing, second deck in Houston, right? I'm rounding first. All I can think of is, I'm MVP of the trip, baby. I'm MVP of the trip. So I'm rounding the bases, dude. I hit first. We're at Minute Maid Park. I hit second. I'm rounding third. First time I've ever done it, Pete. I point up into the crowd, like at my buddies, and I'm like, MVP, baby. And my teammates are probably like, who the hell is he pointing at? What's going on here? So anyway, I touch first. Boom, boom, boom. I look up, and my buddies are going nuts. I'm like, So I go out to the inning ends. I go out to first base, for the next inning, bro. Behind me, all I hear is someone yelling, and they're yelling at somebody, and I'm like, "Who's yelling?" And then I hear him, "Hey, Case!" I turn around, it's Jeff Bagwell. He's dead. Pete, he's on the top step. He's dead serious. He's like, "If you ever hit a home run and point into the crowd rounding third base, I'm gonna come out there myself and tackle you and kick your ass."
Holy shit.
And meanwhile, dude, and Bagwell's my guy. Like, he took care of me. He's my buddy. So I'm like mortified, dude. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I always sprint around the bases. I don't ever dog it. I don't ever point in the crowd. I got an out-of-body experience because my buddies, Bagwell, like, wanted to kill me. I'm like, oh my God. I go, Jeff, I go, Baggy, never again, bro. Never again.
Did you explain? No, it was just, I wasn't doing it like Yeah, we roll. I was doing it for my friends. Oh, that's so funny,
Dude,
bro.
I tried to say it to him. I swear to God, the next inning, I'm like, he's like in the dugout getting some sunflower seeds, and I'm at first base like a wounded friend. I'm like, hey, Baggy, and he's like, he looks up, he's like, my friends were on a trip. He goes, I don't give a shit. Don't ever do that again.
He dumbed it down because we had Bagwell on, and after the show with Bagwell said to Casey, he goes, I said a lot worse stuff than that. I had to go to church the next day for the things I was like, man, that's so awesome.
That is so awesome. Yeah, and like that whole kinship, you know, I love the way you guys all put a Y at the end of the names, you know, like he's bad, Judgy. I remember when I first became friends with Sebastian, I was like, can I call you Seb? He's like, no, everybody calls me. Nobody calls me Seb. So imagine he was in the pros. Hey, Sebby. You're like, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
You can't do anything about it. If he said, yeah, call me Sebastian, I'm like, no, we're calling you Sebby. You're going to wear it. Okay. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Just like freaking living together for so long, right?
Dude, you're with each other. It's so ridiculous, the things that go on. Like, you know what I mean? It gets ridiculous. You know, it gets ridiculous. I got one quick Pete Harnish story. This is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff like with Harnish. So you remember Pete Harnish played with the Mets? He was a pitcher. Great guy. One of the funniest guys ever played.
Did he play with the Brewers for a little bit?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Brewers, yeah, dude. One of the
guy. He built St. John the Baptist as the best field on Long Island. He built it. Good guy,
Pete. He would literally like if it was you, Harnish, and Sebastian, it would be the greatest show that ever. He's the funniest human being ever. So, dude, cool. I come in the first day. I'm with the Reds. I walk in the clubhouse. There's Johnny Bench going, hey, dude, I got traded opening day. So I walk in, got dropped off in a cab. First guy I see, Pete, Johnny Bench. I walk in, he's like, hey, you're late for the season. And I was like, He's like, no, he's stone-faced. He was serious. I'm going, oh, my God, this guy's serious. But it's Johnny Bench from the baseball bunch. He used to be the San Diego Chicken. I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm like, I'm rattled right there. So first day I'm rattled. The team's out in batting practice already because I got dropped off. I just got traded the day before opening.
You got traded on opening day?
Opening day, 98. I got traded from the Indians to the Reds for the Reds opening day starter, Dave Berber. People were pissed. They're not like, hey, Sean Casey. I'm like, why would we trade our opening day starter 14 hours before opening day for some prospect? So I walk in and Johnny Bench is like, hey, you're late for the season. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know anybody. I'm saying, but right when he says that, I look over and here comes a naked Pete Harnish. And at the time, Harnish had like a big boiler. He was like the old school pitcher, boiler. You know what I mean? Just a little sloppy. And he's walking out, buck naked. He's always buck naked. And Harnish is like, hey, has anyone seen my toothbrush? Has anyone seen my toothbrush? Now he's walking, he's to my right. So and as he keeps walking, his toothbrush is hanging out his butt. And he's like, I think some asshole ate it. So I'm like, this guy's incredible. Then I go into the shower after the game. Harnish, every shower would be in a handstand to clean his butt. A handstand.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But he was just doing it to keep it light. Like he was the best because he knew it was 162 games. We're together all the time. And Pete was like so funny. But like looking back, we had some really good teams and like having a Pete Harnish in the clubhouse to keep things light like that was incredible.
Yeah, but I mean, toothbrush up the ass opening day. It's got to make you wonder what's happening in September with this guy, right? He's going to bring live animals into the freaking locker room.
Oh, and then we went out.
That's so cool, though, man. You must build up some friendships for a lifetime with some of these dudes.
You're spending more time with those guys than you are your family. You know what I mean? So, like, you are. Man. You're locking it in. Pete, hey, brother, before we get going, man, I want to, you got your comedy tour going on right now. First off, how's that going? And also, too, how can our listeners get out to see you? Chinch and I are coming on Saturday. Let's go, baby.
I cannot wait.
I'm I'm psyched you guys are coming. You guys, I would have offered tickets, but you were already talking about the seats you had. So next
You
time,
don't do that. I always.
Dude, Chinch got seats. He texts, we're going to be right there in the second row, bro. We're ready.
Yeah. By the
I'm
way,
gonna-
when you get here, the bill will be here when you get here for the ticket.
All right. Listen, we got to set it up so you come back and say hi before or after,
Yeah.
whatever's easier for you
I have
guys.
a quick
That'd be great,
question
dude.
about that. I have a quick question about that because I will say this from personal experience, not to your level, but like, especially when I was back at MLB Network, we got the little ballpark in there, whatever. And like when people be like, hey, we want to come see you, we're going to come see you. I'd be like, yeah, awesome. And they would tell me like a month in advance. And then the day they were coming, I would be like, oh, man. So like, are we those guys right now? It's like, oh yeah. Shit. I'm going back home to Long Island.
Realize there's going to
Now,
be other
these
people at the
scumbags
show.
are-
I have to do the show whether you're there or not, guys.
Exactly.
How awesome is a Paramount? I heard
What?
actually, the Paramount is unbelievable, right? It's a great
Yeah,
venue.
holds about 1,050. It's going to
Case
be
you're gonna love it.
sold out already, but it's going to be fun. And no, you guys, come on, seriously, no. Like my sister, who I love to death, she was going to come and then she can't make it. She comes a lot, but she couldn't make it, and she's telling me about one of her friends who's going to be there. But can you see her? Can you set up to see her? Those are the ones where I'm like, I try to tell my sister, I'm like, I don't mind meeting anyone you want me to, but you got to be there with them, you plain see, so that the one thing that I got.
Cousin's nephew wants to get into comedy. Can you talk to him for a couple hours?
Dude, I get that.
I get that. My friend, my sister, this woman that my mom works with, her son really likes sports. Can he come visit you for like 6 hours on like a Wednesday during like playoff prep? And I'm like, go ahead, bring it. Sorry.
It's funny how many people ask you if their son could get an intern with the Yankees.
Bro, dude, I have that all the time. And also, too, I can't tell you, our security guard, Big Mark, dude, he hated me by the end of the year. They're like, I hope this Casey guy doesn't come back. I leave like 6, 7, like BP passes. People like, hey man, get some BP pass. That's why I should have brought you out while I had the chance. Just get on the field. Like some of the people I didn't know, like I'd have like my mom would call, hey, you think you could get? I'm like, you can't say no to Joan Casey. So, she's a Long Islander. I'm like, yeah, I'll get him on here. Like, and they come, how you doing? We're friends with your mom. And I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm trying to lock in Anthony Volpe right now. I'm trying to lock in freaking DJ LeMahieu. I don't have time to say hi to my mom's friends. What are we doing?
I do know. And I thought about that too when you first got the job. And my mentality being in this kind of business is like, I'm like, he's got to be doing it for about 2.5 years before I would ask. He's got to, his life has been taken care of before I would ask,
Right. Well, but that's my point about the tickets. Like when it's like, no, we're not going to ask you for tickets. I know what it's like. People ask me for tickets, like home. From now on, bro. Don't.
Seriously, Richie, come on, seriously. I am. But I do have a bone to pick with you, Case, and it's on our cast. I don't know if it came out this week or next week because I thought maybe you'd hear it.
No way.
I was telling Sebastian about you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Now, if you listen, I know Richie listens more maybe, but we do sometimes like, what's your take? What's your take on this? Or what's your take? So the thing was, you asked me for my address.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I sent you. Yeah. I sent you a Christmas card.
I didn't get a Christmas card.
Oh, whoa. I forgot. You know what I forgot to do? Sarah's sitting right here.
Here's
Sarah's sitting right here. She goes, I must have forgot to copy text it. I got it, but I forgot to copy and text it to my wife to send you the card.
Okay. Bro, see, you got to understand your place, okay? You're the batting coach for the New York Yankees. You're asking me for my address? I'm thinking I'm getting an Aaron Judge baseball bat. Fine, guy. All right? No, Richie, I tell the story in the cast, right? Because then, this is right before Christmas, too, right? So then about 3 days before Christmas, I'm walking my dog, and I see on my porch this long package. It's got to be a bat. I'm like, there it is, baby. Maybe it's Volpe. I don't know. This guy, it's crazy, right? I don't even get it right away. I finish walking the dog, excited the whole walk, knowing that I think I got my Yankee bat, right? So I come back up, I grab it, light as a feather. Got my wife's name on it. I go inside. I go, what the hell? She goes, oh, the Taylor Swift poster for Sadie finally.
Oh, it's
I go,
the same
shit.
size. Oh.
My signed Aaron Judge bat, right? Now I'm telling Sebastian, and bro, still since then I'm getting nothing, guy. Now here's my thing: when a man asks you for your address, right, and then you don't get nothing, are you allowed to say to that guy, "Hey, I don't know if you sent some, maybe it got lost in the mail because I didn't get nothing," right? So we were going off on that. And then he goes, "Thank God I didn't get your card case," because you know what he said at the end that made me die, Sebastian?
What did he say?
You know what's the worst? Somebody asked you for your address and you're thinking like you're getting something for a thank you did for something. He goes, and then it's just a card. You're like, "Oh God, I gave you my address for a card."
What episode was this? I missed this.
Oh my God.
What?
When was this? This already aired? This aired?
It either came out this Monday or it's because we did 2 in a row, or it's coming out this coming
Oh, I
Monday.
can't wait
my
to listen
God,
to
I
that.
cannot
Oh
wait
my
to hear
God.
that.
Tell Sebastian it is a card. It's a Christmas. It's a Christmas
You know what?
card.
It's better off that nobody cut and pasted my address after all, because I'm so disappointed. Because a bat can't fit in an envelope, guys.
This is an all-time story, dude.
Oh my God, that's incredible. That's incredible. And how about me dropping the ball? Sarah's like, "Hey, can you get Pete's address?"
Oh, ball! I would have loved the ball. Even a ball would have been great. Not even a ball.
Here, you know what you really want? You want the FDNY hat, baby. The FDNY Yankee hat. We wore these things.
No, I
Cool.
think I'm going to buy my own Cincinnati Reds jersey. And next time I see you, I'm going to make you sign it. That's what.
You know,
Then I'm gonna
true
frame it.
story.
Just
I
like
said
the
to Sean, I go,
t-shirt, just like that, baby. Sean Casey.
did I not say to Sean? I'm like, Sean, when you come to my house, bring some swag. We got to give Pete some swag. We're going to.
Oh yeah,
Before or after the show.
We're gonna have a mayor's office shirt for you and everything, hat, all that stuff.
I love it.
Oh
Man,
my God,
you guys are the
Pete,
best. I look forward to seeing you guys.
dude,
man.
you are the greatest, brother. You're the greatest, and we look for you for all of our people. Look for Pete on Instagram and all the places. Dude, Pete, you are one of the greatest dudes. We appreciate your friendship and coming on. We'll see you on Saturday, dude. We're fired up, man.
Thanks. Feel the same way about you guys. I'll see you then, man.
You're the best, bro. I'm gonna call Aaron Judge right now. He's gonna be sending a bat from Tampa. Look for it. Tell Jackie it's coming, bro.
You're gonna call him up. He's gonna go, "Oh God, I haven't talked to him since he hit me in the thigh." I'll see you guys
See you, Petey. Love you, brother. See you, man.
later, man.
Dude, you are a pro, man. That was so freaking awesome, dude.
Pete, thanks a lot, dude.
Like,
That was
we
so
went
great.
an hour.
dude.
We were going to do 20 minutes. It was
Yeah,
just,
sorry about that. It was too good to stop. It was too
I
good.
love
To
the stories you tell too. It was awesome. I had a blast, man.
the best. It's so psyched to see you this weekend, and we won't get in your way too much.
When
man.
that card comes, I'll send you 2. Give one to Sebastian, all right?
Yeah, we'll do, man. We'll do. I'll see you guys Saturday.
All right, brother.
See you
Thank
Saturday,
you.
Pete. See you, bro. Love you, man.
Love you, dude.